Hi. Sorry about the wait. Everything set up? How are you doing? Hope you're okay. You know what we're doing. We're confronting Shoggoth. Part 14 somehow. And there's no end in sight. I'm not sure if I want to... I'm not sure if I want to add loads of dot work to everything, like... everything. I don't know. For today... I'm gonna sneeze. For today... let's get the background done. And have a think about how these jellyfish are going to look. I think that's the plan. I just want to check that everything's working. Hello, hello. I would monitor the sound, but the delay in OBS is insane. I wouldn't be able to say anything. I would go blah, 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 be like that. Well, if there's one thing I can say about this last week, is that it was a week. And you can't convince me otherwise. Ah, wrong button. So last time, this sort of fixed itself in the weird preview. Oh, I just don't know. First thing is let's have a look at this color, because hey, object, why can't I ungroup you? Just control this like this then. So that was no good, but I want to try radial. Oh, that's annoying. This freeform. How do you freeform it? Don't know. I'm wondering if I can just use the gradient tool on it. How do you do that? Right. Just happens, okay. How come I can select that individually and not that? Doesn't make sense to me. I think maybe I have to expand. Has this been expanded? Who knows? Actually, a bit too much anyway. Gradient. Let's get it a bit darker at the bottom. Hey, what's going on there? Better? Yes. Alright, so if I do this, then this. Nope. We're gonna have to. Ooh, why can't I do that for this? Well, I've never seen this gradient tool like this before. I don't know if that's doing anything. Maybe I'll expand this. Hey. Oh, it's already pretty close, isn't it? Oh, well, that's a little bit lower. Well, and I think these. I'm gonna put our ink layer above. No thing. I want to try these out a different color. Yeah. Have the shadow not be shadow. Have it be bioluminescence instead. Like that. So there's some ideas there. I still haven't learned how to gradient all objects at the same time. So I suppose I need to do that. Um, maybe this week. Maybe next time. Maybe next time would be better because I don't know. We'll see how far we get through this. Let's do a lot of dots before we do anything else. Our smallest? Yes. And we want this. You can see these. I just finished another poster which is space based, and I use this sort of concept. Not sure how I've done stars before, but not like this. Spread these clouds out a bit. I just thought of something, so I'm just going to. Let's talk. What have you done this week? This week, I have. Oh my god, what have I done? I've done. I've done lots. I've jumped twice. I've trained 2.5 times, and I've been to the gym. So the guy that coaches me at the gym last week, last Saturday, I took him to his first jiu-jitsu class, and we went to his second yesterday. So that's awesome. Basically, just going quite slow, teaching him like the basic concepts and positions and stuff for now. And got found one of his strengths, which is standing up, which is harder than you think it is. So we've sort of been chaining stuff into standing up, which is good. Really good progress. Friday, I had probably my biggest gym session ever. Uh, don't worry about this. Okay, did the idea. So yeah, gym. Wow, big gym, big gym session. I did. So I'm on to doubles now. I did 140 kilo, 3 sets of two, so 3 doubles. Considering my best like clean single before was 140. This is deadlift kilograms, 140 kilogram deadlift. And they felt good. So my max single rep is 150, but it was a bit shaky. But I think I could do that quite easily now. I can do 140 doubles, and they feel quite easy. 150 singles should be alright. And then I did some bench because I suck at bench, and then we did farmer's walk, and my previous best was 55 a side, so 110 kilos, and I did 80 a side, so 160 kilos. So I've now lifted 160 kilos, which is the most I've ever lifted. And I walked a bit with it. So, you know, big progress. And then, you know, load of normal accessories. Actually, we were going to do a specific accessory, and then it was someone went onto it, so that's when we were like, farmers walks. So I love them, and if someone suggests farmers walk, I'm gonna do it. So my shoulders hurt today, which is good. Good shoulder pain. Except last night I fell asleep fully dressed and still wearing my glasses. I was not planning on going to sleep, obviously, but I was exhausted. Um, sorry, zoned out looking at that. Yep, I got a gig at the end of the month with Deep Frog, which is the poster I just finished. I did record it, so you'll see the general process. I recorded it on a second screen, just the page, so you can't actually see what I'm doing. I don't know if that's better or not. I don't think it is, but you don't get me zooming in and out all the time, which is better. I don't know. But it's all, yeah, I don't know. It'll just be a speed paint, just be a time lapse. I think it will be nice. It's a nice poster. It has a frog on it. A frog in space. So yeah, Wednesday had a rehearsal for that gig, and it wasn't too bad. But we definitely need another next week, so that's good. And we'll be ready. And I will be recording this gig, and hopefully the quality will be alright. I'm going to try and get some light on us, so it's okay quality. I'll actually spend a bit of time doing that. Although I always do, but usually I just do nice stage lighting and not lighting that's good for cameras. So that's a bit bright, really, but I'm going to do it this time. I'll have some white spotlights on us as well as the colours. If I can get there's like 1,000 lights in this place that we're playing. It's three different sets, and basically they've left the previous sets up each time they've upgraded. So it's just cables everywhere. It's quite high ceiling, so it's like big ladder. Hope you don't fall. Plug everything in until something works. The game I've been playing there. And if we have a gig there. If you let them do the lighting, they just turn all the colours on and all the flashing on, and it looks like a school disco, and I hate that. So I always do the lighting there. I know this doesn't look exactly right now. When the file is exported, it'll look a bit more subtle in some places, and hopefully a little bit better. That's what I've done anyway. Monday I had a little drum on my own, but it was very short. Let me know how you're doing. Drop me a comment or a message or whatever. Let me know what you're up to while you're watching. This is hobby time, I suppose. I hope you're at least relaxing. You don't have to be hobbying. You don't have to be doing anything, actually. Let's do some questions. Would you prefer to explore the depths of the ocean or journey into outer space? Obviously, space. Look where we are right now. The ocean's cool. I'd love to just be on a spaceship. Just a little spaceship. Traveling through space. Being a space pirate, cowboy, bounty hunter. You know, cowboy bebop stuff. Maybe with less acrobatics. I'm not quite as acrobatic as Spike. Right, let's. Where are these? Why have we got none up here? I know we're not doing an entire. I know this is like a Milky Way, or you know, that type thing. Nebula. Yeah, and I am training at the gym again tomorrow. Tomorrow's squats. I'm looking forward to because my squat is getting pretty good. I think it was supposed to be 105, but I think we're going to do 110 because everything's been really easy so far. We didn't find my max squat before starting this program like we did with the deadlift. Yeah, I suppose my dream is just to be in space. A quiet life in space. So, what what would you prefer, space or the ocean? I know a lot of people I think that would prefer the ocean. People might think space would be boring, and yeah, I get it. There's probably nothing in space. Depends on the ship, maybe. I don't know. I mean, it's definitely space for me. Maybe it's not for you. I'm starving. I'll have a small treat. A vegan creamy coconut little chocolate bar. I'll give you the verdict. Softer than I thought it'd be. Definitely creamy. Not chewy like a Bounty. Really good. Mm, very nice. Had a couple of these. Well, maybe just the orange one actually. Or maybe a hazelnut one. They were good. That one might have been better. And orange chocolate is my favourite. I mean, orange is probably still my favourite. I didn't just eat an orange one. Also, chocolate when you're hungry is like so much nicer. If you're just joining, that's what we're doing. Sort of outline of a humanoid Shogothy creature that was going to be covered in eyes. Fighting that is this lady and her jellyfish. Normal stuff. I don't know what I'm using here. I think it's AI and it's bad. It's bad AI. It's really weird. It just like isn't working. It's like having a conversation with itself instead of giving me questions. Quite a long conversation with itself. So weird. I mean, if I just to give me one question, will it give me a question? Oh, it just said that's a great choice, and then has a conversation with itself. Oh, that's so weird. Oh, let's try random. I clicked on funny before. Okay, right. This is just having a conversation with itself. I'm gonna find a different one. If you could act in any movie, what would you be in? I've never wanted to act. I think I'm too shy. I did have fun in drama class once. But I think I only went to drama class a couple of times. In school, that is. Movies. Movies. I wouldn't mind being an extra in Star Wars or something. I think probably everyone would like that, right? Be some weird creature in Star Wars. or just some like original gritty sci-fi detective thing. A good something good. It would have to be good. Something where like dialogue is important. Maybe, or maybe just something arty. There's so many bad movies, isn't there? It's a hard question. Oh yeah, I wouldn't mind being an extra in something, maybe some kind of franchise that I care about, or an adaptation of something I care about. Speaking of adaptations, I've been watching Fallout. I actually fell asleep watching it last night, which is no burn on the show. I was knackered, and I'd already watched a couple of episodes. Really, I just fell asleep while it was happened to be on. Um, I thought the trailer looked terrible, but actually the show has been really good so far. I've got 2 episodes left, I think. I fell asleep during the second to last episode. First episode eased you in and was very much like the games. And then I was wondering if it was going to be quite brutal, but the first episode didn't show that at all. And then the second episode certainly did. But yeah, I was pleasantly surprised. The reason I watched it is because Oxbox did a reaction to it, and I was like, well, I don't want to watch the reaction to it without watching it. And I'm glad I watched it because I actually really like it. I love Fallout. I just thought the trailer looked terrible, so I thought it was going to be terrible. I know we're just doing a lot of dots right now, but it will all be worth it. Also, the guy in Fallout that plays the cowboy, how come he only ever plays cowboys? I swear I've never seen him play anything other than a cowboy. Is he in Westworld? I think it's actually done by the Westworld creator. And Westworld I loved, but I never watched it all, and I should have, or I should go back and. I think I only watched the first season, maybe the second. I'm not sure how many they did, maybe 3. I definitely need to go back and watch them because I really, really liked Westworld. I wouldn't say Fallout is as good as Westworld, but we'll find out whatever the twist is, I suppose. When the twist happens, that's when you really know. I'm pretty sure that guy is known for his twists. Although, I mean, I don't know what twist they're going to do. It all seems fairly obvious at the moment. I suppose we're not certain on what one of the main protagonists' fault is, like what their experiment is. Something to do with 3 vaults being connected. Not sure. Not sure on that one. Okay, I think I'm going to do some of these because I like this colour. These are like glowing microbes, I suppose. I did delete those last time. See, maybe I'll do these ones this color as well to distinguish them from the stars. Don't want to do these too close together. You know what? I could add glow to these as well. Perfect. Mm. I actually quite like that. That was quite simple. Yeah, we will. That's what we'll do. I like that. We did this crappy planet last time. I just need to get a brush. Ooh. I don't want so much of the white showing, basically. I think. Well, so I'm going to change the line art color to that of this background. I think that's what I want to do. So let's grab the same on here. I could probably just delete this, right? Select same appearance. Yeah, that's not quite gonna do it. Select same fill color. That also hasn't done it. Select same nothing. Right, so this is, what is it, logged? I don't understand. Because it's grouped. Do I just try and ungroup everything? Can't ungroup objects. Okay, not that then. Can't ungroup that. Expand? Right, let's expand everything. Expand. What just happened there? Something happened there. Alright, it's just that circle that was doing that. I'm not gonna use that circle. I still haven't decided on the eyes. What am I doing? Oh right, yeah. Ungroup. Let's just see if this works now. Select. Wait. I have this selected? Oh my god. Same. Fill color. Delete. think that's right. Yeah, that's all good. Okay. I think I want to group these. I think that's done that. Ah, it doesn't exist on this layer. Okay. Let's go back to our black. This is something else. Can we expand that? Or it's just, it just doesn't exist there. I mean, how's the hell about it? No, no good. Okay, so let's grab that and that. And we're gonna hide. Ungroup. We're good. What the hell I'm grabbing? Yeah, okay, that's right. Select. Same. Fill color. Delete. And then when that's over the top, that'll be fine. And yeah, all fine. We can always, change this back to black or whatever if we want to. I like how all this looks. Right, what was I doing? I want to group these. Won't be highlighting anything. It should all be good. Control G to group. Yeah. Oh no, we missed one. We missed one on this side. Yeah, we did. Okay. That's all good. No, we missed some on this side. This one I didn't want. Okay. That's fine. Oh, that's not fine. Come on. Not missing anything, not missing a toe, good. Okay. Well, that probably saves quite slowly. Let's try and find a question. Is there a habit you want to change? Nicotine would be good. Um, my sleep pattern is like most people's, well, maybe not most people's, but a lot of people is pretty terrible. I would like to improve that. It's very difficult. I've got pretty good habits other than that. I've spent a lot of time working on them, so not too bad. Exercise I'm doing pretty good at. Eating, I like to not eat too late, but sometimes get in late from a gig. Sometimes you just have to eat late. Getting pretty late from jiu-jitsu as well, to be honest. Speaking of habits, drink some water. Yeah. Blech. That question was, what is your favourite scent? The answer is gross. I don't have a favourite scent because I kind of have a bit of a phobia about smells. If we're talking about favourite smell, probably food. I like food. Who doesn't like food? Likes food. Mm. Can you speak any other language? We spoke about this already. I don't know, maybe not. I did my French GCSE in year 9, so 2 years early. Um, I then did German for year 11. I can't speak German and probably can't speak French anymore either. My conversational Japanese is improving. Um, but I suppose I can't really speak Japanese. I mean, I can say sentences in Japanese, but they're very basic. What we've been doing recently, starting to move on to that because I can read Japanese. I can't read, all the kanji. I don't know all the kanji. I'm up to like JLPT3 somewhere in JLPT3. It goes 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 and 4 are easy. 3 is a lot bigger. There's a lot more characters. A few hundred. And then I think, like most Japanese people, don't even know all of JLPT1. Maybe they do. I don't think it's necessary. I think pretty much up to JLPT. If you know all of JLPT3, you can probably read most things. I think. I'm not certain though. I don't know. I believe that's what. I believe that to be the case, but How do we make all these the same? Appearance, mixed appearance. How do we like make that not mixed appearance? Is there a button for that? Suppose we can just. Know what it is, right? So, in fact, we might have just saved it anyway. Stylize. What are we doing? Forgotten. No. It's up here. Yeah, so it's saved. So we can remove it from them. Oh my god. Right, effect. No, that's not what I'm doing, is it? Select same appearance. If we remove this, right, I'll just put one over here. That'll be our reference one, so we can make it all glowing. So the answer to can you speak any other languages is a bit. I can speak a bit. I can understand quite a lot of French. I could probably pick it up quite quickly. And I can read Japanese. My conversational Japanese is getting better. And I could probably read a little bit of German as well. Could probably understand a bit of German. I haven't done it in 20 years, but I could probably do it. I haven't done French in 20 years either, so. Right, this is on the colour layer, so let's just grab you, you, you. Hey, and you. What are you? Group all of these. And then I think we can sort of do this. Something with this. Oh, look. Perfect. Nope, don't know which one it is. To be honest. Probably fine. Let's measure it. How I do my measuring? See, it's not fine. That's fine. Bye. I remember what we were doing. Yeah, how did you all get a stroke, G? Was it just that one? Weird. What is the farthest distance you have driven? Wow, not very far. Yes, from like A to B would be 15 miles or something. As soon as I get my license, I'm gonna book something like quite far away, drive there so I can get the experience of that sort of, well, the motorway and stuff like that. Big roads. Hmm. Didn't finish this last time, so let's finish this. I want to drive to Brighton, which is about 40 miles, but I have been told I am not ready for the roads yet, but I need the experience. I drive to Eastbourne, which is, I guess, like 20 miles. I drive to Eastbourne first. I don't know when. Hopefully soon. But my test isn't until September because that's the earliest one I could get. Mm-hmm. There's nice twinkly stars. Little twinkle. Can you see that? I don't know. YouTube compression might be not loving that, but it's all twinkly on my screen. Oh, nice. Hello, small dot. Hello, big dot. Ah. Do you like working from your house or prefer to go to shops, coffee shops slash co-working spaces? It's quite interesting. I've only ever worked from home. Well, I mean, I haven't only ever worked from home, but you know what I mean. Maybe you don't know what I mean. What I mean is, I've never gone to a cafe to work. I have thought, but I've been working on my desktop for so long. I started when I first started. I used to use a laptop, but it died on me. So since use a desktop, when I used my laptop, I used to work. I used to make posters while I was at work. So I worked in a bar, and when it was quiet, I'd make the posters for the. It was a venue for music. I used to do that on my laptop when it was quiet. So that's the extent to which I've worked. But if I had a laptop, I probably would have gone to a coffee shop or something and done a bit of work. Sometimes it's nice to just get out of the house when you can, obviously. I did. Well, I mean, I do have agoraphobia. I am significantly better than I was. Sometimes it gets bad again. So leaving the house is horrendous. Sometimes. At the moment, it is not too bad, but I'm also forcing myself to do certain things in a good way. But yeah, sometimes it gets real hard again. I had quite a bad bit of anxiety the last couple of days, whereas the last couple of weeks have been quite good overall. So, working on making that remain quite good. Yeah, I used to live in Hastings Old Town, and back then my anxiety was really bad. And at one point, I couldn't leave the house for 2 years without like a serious panic attack. So that was bad. Then I lived on the West Hill, and I actually did consider going down to a place called the Nest to work, but I thought, well, I can't because I don't have a laptop. I thought about maybe just going down there and just drawing on pencil and paper, but I didn't. Never got around to it, or didn't have anything to draw in mind. I'm not sure. Um, also, I wouldn't like get a laptop to do that. So I have two nice big screens, and a laptop would be quite frustrating to work on when I'm used to my current setup. I think I'd struggle on a laptop now. I mean, I struggled then when I did use a laptop. That's why I got the big screens. Maybe like a standalone graphics tablet, or even a laptop with a graphics tablet might be right. Maybe get a tablet that is a screen as well. At this stage, it seems pointless unless it's like a Cintiq. They are very expensive, and apparently it's quite good to just, the tablet that I'm using is just an Intuos Pro, just an old one. It was expensive when it came out when I got it, but they're not that expensive now. You can probably get, modern, cheaper ones that are better now. This is from 2013 or something. And it's not perfect anyway. It does allow you to do things that you can't do with a mouse, or would be very frustrating with a mouse. I'm liking how we're looking here anyway. You could drive any car, what would you drive? Well, I recently learned that clutches are different on cars. I didn't know that. I really like the clutch of the car that I'm learning in. And any other clutch, well, I don't know. I've only tried I've only tried a couple of cars since. Yeah, I had a driving lesson in a Kia, and the clutch was so bad. It was brand new clutch, so it was supposed to be like that, which is insane. I'm learning in a Corsa, and it is great. I love the clutch. I had a very quick go in my friend's Focus, just to try the clutch out, really. Wasn't any more than that. Drove like a couple of meters, really. Not like 50 meters. Um, and the clutch in that was uh, somewhere between the Corsa and the Kia. Quite a short clutch, but way more control than the Kia. So I think I would have to try all the clutches in the world first and see which one I liked. Then give the answer to that car, because I don't care if it's expensive or what it looks like, really. I care that it feels nice to drive and is fun to drive. I mean, I'd love like an old muscle car, be fun, but they're terrible for the environment and cost a fortune to run, let alone buy. So it's not practical. Yeah. Yeah, so my answer is a car with a clutch I like that is also fun to drive. I think it's a fair answer. Do you have any hidden talents? No, but only because I don't think any of my talents are hidden. I don't really do stuff with them. I do Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, I play drums, and I make art. And I kind of do those things all the time, so they're not really hidden. I actually think maybe singing or playing guitar or something. Did I say playing guitar a second ago? I am playing drums if I did. I'm not that great at guitar, but I'm not terrible. And I think I might be okay at singing. I'm not sure. I need to record some stuff and actually listen to it. Sometimes I think I'm okay at singing. I don't have an amazing voice, but it's like not too bad, I think. I'm not very well trained or practiced in it, so it can be a bit hit and miss. I might be able to sing really well one day and then not great the other another day. I don't think it's very consistent. But I like it and I wish to do some recordings at some point soon. What I'd like to be able to do vocal wise that I can't do is high fry vocals. I do low distorted vocals. And my range isn't terrible. I've got quite a low range, but my falsetto is not too bad. It's probably not very powerful, but it's not too bad. I don't have a very low voice, but for some reason my range is quite low. Or at least I can go very low in notes. My voice is generally quite high though. It's weird. So I suppose if we're talking about actual skill, I don't really have any hidden ones, but if we're talking about generally being okay at some things, guitar and vocals, guitar and singing, probably not too bad at. I'm a more practiced guitarist than I am a vocalist. And I would love to play guitar for just like one gig. Never played a gig. I will one day do an open mic. It's on the list. Never played or sung in front of anyone. Never played guitar or sung in front of anyone. I played drums in front of a bajillion people. Not all at once, obviously. Usually about 3 people at once. Yeah, I've played some great gigs. I've played lots of great gigs. Lots of really fun, good gigs. Just gonna save it. Find a question. These questions just keep repeating. Are you a dog or a cat person? I don't know. I like both. Dog, I guess. Hey, they're both great. I'd rather own a dog. Or would I? I think I'd like both. Cats look after themselves. If they didn't look after themselves, I'd definitely prefer dogs. Right. Don't know if we are going to get this background done today, but I think that's what I want to focus on. So let's try and get as much of this background done as possible. And we'll go from there. All this exercise this week has left me slightly ill. But only slightly. I don't feel bad. Just got a bit of a cough. Feel a bit run down and tired, but I didn't sleep right last night, so that's to be expected, I think. Right, I was going to do a bit of a galaxy this side, wasn't I? So let's do that. Get some slightly bigger ones in. Galaxy is going to be across here and then also down here. I think somewhere we want a big planet as well. So here. This poster probably won't be used for quite a long time, because I think I'm going to use it for my new band. we're not ready to do anything yet. But I think end of the year, we'll probably book some shows. And before that, we'll have a full set done and probably a set of recordings as well. Whether that be an EP or an album, I'm not sure yet. I think I would like to do an album, but if there are a few songs that are like quite obviously better than the others or more focused or polished than the others, then I would be happy releasing like a 5-track EP. If 5 of the songs are really strong and the other 5 also aren't. Your favourite pizza toppings? Let me know what your favourite pizza toppings are. I like pineapple and sweet corn. That's always been my favourite pizza topping. Back when I ate cheese, I liked jalapenos. Just margarita with jalapenos is great. Since being vegan, I've liked vegan pepperoni on a margarita. It's really nice with sweet corn. I basically always put sweet corn on. Peppers as well, really good. Sweet corn and peppers. Sweet corn, peppers, pepperoni. Very nice. I actually really want a pizza now, but I can't get one. Don't have one, I mean. Can't get one. Don't have one to get. Eat or whatever. These dots are making me slightly mad. Save just because that went a bit laggy. Would you prefer luxury beach vacations or backpacking? Well, I mean, I'm never going to a beach. I'd burn to a crisp instantly. That'd be awful. Um, Backpacking, but I would like a hotel as well, like a base of operations. But I'd also be happy just backpacking. I don't really care. Anything but a beach, actually. Yeah, beach is just hell. No shade, all that sun. No, I would prefer like an ideal holiday would be like a warm fire in the snow. Nice warm log cabin in the snow. Perfect. I would love to go see the Northern Lights one day. And that definitely has snow. Plus, you could like rent a snowmobile and snowmobile around. It'd be awesome. Who wouldn't want that? It's way better than a beach. What kind of art would you hang in your office? Well, behind me I have a piece I did for Kikapichi, and to the side of me I have a piece I did for one of my bands. I think it was Deep Frog. It was, yeah. And I really just did them for this, for the video and the streaming and stuff. I did this for like making videos because I thought it would be nice to have something I'd made hanging by me. Uh, but then I just used a really blurry. I blur out my background anyway. That's because my room. I mean, there's always this. My room is small and it has all my drums stacked up everywhere, so it's like can't really, not very. It's not messy, but it's not tidy. But one day when I get a proper camera, I'll have natural blur. I'll have a natural bokeh, which will be way less blurry. So you'll probably be able to see the pictures better. But you can see them on my Instagram or website anyway. They're all there. Other than that, any artist I like, I suppose. I'd have any artist on my walls. Something that inspires me, probably. So I would love to get some Richie Beckett one day, who is my favourite artist. Certainly my favourite modern artist. I also love Rosetta and lots of comic book artists, but I often struggle to remember their names. Actually, I often struggle to remember the names of anyone that is my favourite of anything. Like Gary Oldman is probably my favourite actor, or at least was. Um, growing up, he was my favourite actor. Since then, there's been lots of other good actors as well that are also my favourites. But whenever I need to remember Gary Oldman's name, I forget it, despite loving him. And it's the same with Richie Beckett and other things. Sometimes even band names, they just disappear from my brain. Too many things in there, I think. Hmm. How's your taste of music changed in the last 10 years? Okay. In the last 10 years, I've got into modern metal. There was quite a long period of time where I just listened to nice music. I've listened to metal growing up. Um, I got into Mastodon and Coheed more than 10 years ago. But, recently I've got into metalcore and now even deathcore. Like, I never would have thought I would like Lorna Shore, and now I like Lorna Shore, so here we are. But yeah, there was a long time I was just listening to progressive music like Snarky Puppy. It's like modern fusion. It's really technical, but it's like really nice. Yeah, lots of that sort of modern jazz stuff, modern technical jazz fusion. Um, and then lots of bands that sort of come from that same place, like Physics House Band and stuff. So that's like, I don't know what it is, math rock maybe. That's sort of technical, interesting but energetic sort of stuff. I like basically anything with good drums, interesting drums, which is not Lorna Shore. Blast beats don't interest me at all, but I like it. A lot easier for me to get into a band when I really like the drums. Periphery or Tesseract or Monuments. What's been on your to-do list the longest? Oh god, if there's a few things that have been on there a couple of years, but they don't have priority, so I don't know what they are. You're allergic to anything? Not that I know. Water makes me itchy, but I can't really be allergic to water. Even if I am, I'll just deal with it. Have you ever broken a bone? Only in my hands. Broken a few fingers a few times. Hand once. I suppose I've broken my nose. And I mean, I must have broken my toes a few times. But nothing major. Hopefully, it remains that way. I mean, hands do suck, fingers do suck, but I'm sure an arm or a leg is significantly worse. I've broken a rib as well, actually. And I mean, that was 100 years ago, and it still hurts every now and then. If you get a cough or something, still feel it. But they're still small bones, and ribs are springy, so given the opportunity, would you go to space? Yeah. I mean, ideally under circumstances that aren't the current ones. You know, I don't want to just be like, oh, I'm going to space and there's nothing there. But if in like 500 years in the future, if we have some decent bases out there or some colonization, hell yeah. No, nothing really seems to be changing in the world. Something quite drastic would have to change for us to start doing space exploration properly. I want to see selfish. It's just busy trying to get the rich richer and the poor poorer, which is great because I'm poor. Oh, it sucks. The UK government is especially terrible. We had one hope in Jeremy Corbyn, the only person, the only politician I've ever seen that gave a shit at all about anything other than himself. And this stupid country didn't vote him in. It's insane. He's literally the only person that would have ever given a shit about you, and you don't vote him in. Here we are. Continuing under horrendous Tory rule. Scum. They say you're not supposed to talk about things like politics on stuff like this, but I'd rather have no one watching than a Tory watching, so. We're coming up to 2 hours, and this background is not looking very finished, is it? What book would you recommend other people read? Well, if you like sci-fi, give Year of the Black Rainbow a try. It's the graphic novel. No, not the graphic novel. It's the novel of Year of the Black Rainbow, the album by Coheed and Cambria, written by Claudio Sanchez and co-written by Claudio Sanchez and somebody else. I can't remember their name now. I haven't read it since it came out, but I remember really enjoying it. It's really horrible. It's really brutal, and it has like one of the saddest storylines in it that I've ever read, and it's like really good sci-fi. So it's kind of right up my street. It's really hard to get a copy. You won't be able to get a hard copy of it. Not for uh, not for anything less than an insane amount of money because it's a collectible and it's out of print. But you can get it on Kindle or whatever people use these days, and there's probably a PDF of it online. Don't think there's an audiobook. There bloody should be. Love to hear Claudio read that. That'd be great. He likely doesn't have the time though. He pours a lot of time into music and the Amory Wars. Oh, something happened. Gonna save it again. So the Amory Wars is like the concept that Coheed and Cambria albums, apart from one, is based on, and Year of the Black Rainbow is the prequel to that concept. And I suppose the new pentology isn't the Amory Wars. I think it's set in the same universe. I actually haven't read them yet. Oh, this looks very weird. We've gone strange. Something to do with the rendering. It's changed to CPU rendering instead of RGB. Oh my god, my words. It's changed to CPU rendering instead of GPU rendering. I don't know why, but here we are. There was actually a problem with that before, and I had to change it to make it work. I'm probably going to have to do that again. But I think, given that problem, we will call it there for today. And yeah, keep up again next week. I will do some prep for it regarding Shoggoth and getting that GPU processing working again. For now, have a good week and look after yourself. Be kind to yourself and drink some